What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Late Boy JK, and today is episode number 2 of the Queen's Park FC Road to Glory. That's right, boys. We're taking this team in the Scottish 4th Division, the very original Scottish club, the OGs, all the way to the top. I'm talking to the Prem, I'm talking to the Champions League, I'm talking to just all types of trophies and titles. You know the vibe, you know the deal. It's a road to glory. So let's get into it and let's catch you guys up on what I've done in the last couple days, or in the last day off camera. So in the first episode, if you missed it, be sure to go check it out. It's just a video where I was explaining, the series, telling a little bit about the club history, showing you guys the key players, and that was about it. It's just a pretty good video to get caught up and to really get stuck into the series, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But, like I said, let's show you guys what's been happening since then. Now, I did make one more signing, and I think it's a pretty big signing. I think I mentioned in the last video, I was looking to get in another keeper just for some more competition, and one that was really, really good. And as you see on the screen right here, we got an Irish international, Connor O'Malley. O'Malley, the Alley Cat. He's a 6'3" keeper, still pretty young for a keeper, 26 years old, and look at that personality, boys. A model citizen, just what you like to see in FM, especially when I said the Queen's Park FC motto is to play for the sake of playing, for the love of the game. So we got to keep getting in guys that are professionals, model professionals, and that can help develop our youngsters to have that same attitude. So he's really, really solid at shot stopping. He's also got the passing and the vision and the first touch to hopefully be pretty good at sweeper keeper. That is my preferred goalie role or duty, whatever you want to say. But right now, he's probably just going to be playing goalkeeper, just a nice shot stopper for us. But another guy that's good for the championship. Boys, the team is stacked. We are looking great. And if we take a little bit about his history, he played in Ireland for a long time, and then in 2017 he moved to Peterborough over in League One, and he played a good amount of games for him there. But we scooped him up on a free, and we're paying him about $40,000 a year, so not crazy, but really good. So that's the only new signing, the only thing that you guys have missed. We did finish preseason. We had a really good run of preseason, only lost one game to Doncaster. Then we had a couple draws, and then we started to really start clicking and putting in shifts. 3-0, 2-0, 3-1, 5-1. The strikers were playing really well. Jai Quantongo had a really, really good preseason and a really good League Cup. Now, the League Cup I didn't want to show you guys because, some of the games aren't the greatest. We're playing against teams in League 2 and League 1, just like us. But our very first competitive game of the season was a League Cup game against Kilmarnock in the Prem. And look at that, boys. We beat them 2-1. Lewis Longridge got us off to a 1-0 start. They brought it back later in the game, but then Captain Peter Grant put in a corner header to take the win in the 70th minute. And I told you guys that Peter Grant, I'm looking for him to score bags of goals on set pieces. He's 6'1", he's got the aggression, the strength, and the heading, so I'm really looking forward to see what's happening. But today's episode, boys, we are playing 2 games to start off the league. We are playing against Stirling Albion away, who's a team that's projected to finish 3rd, so a top 3 side, so this should be a good test to see if we truthfully are that much better than everyone in the league. That'll be a really good test. And then the second game is our first home match of the year against Albion Rovers, and they are a team that is projected to finish dead last. So 2 games to just be a nice, weathering bell to see if we're truthfully that much better than everyone in the league. And here is the lineup we're going to start off the year with. Just a real simple 4-4-2. Nothing crazy. I'm playing positive. I want to dominate possession and have plenty of goal-scoring chances. We do have Craig Slater, who is starting the year with a red card from apparently last year. He finished the year with a red card or 2 yellows or something, so he can't be played. So we have 2 keepers on the bench. The very first year, due to COVID being in FM, not really, we have 9 bench players, and you can actually make 5 subs in the game. So that's going to be, something. But anyway, we're coming out with the 4-4-2. Jai Quintongo and McHugh up top. We got Robertson playing on the left wing, even though he's a left back, but he's pacey and he's got the good crossing and dribbling ability. Lewis Longbridge, who I think is actually going to be a very key player. And then we got McGlinchey right in the middle. So, boys, that's how we're lining up. Oh yeah, one more thing also. Alex Bruce, the key signing, the center back from last episode, he picked up a knock in preseason, and he's still recovering from that. So he is not getting the start today, but hopefully we don't miss it too much. So let's get right into this match. Queen's Park FC away, starting it off against Sterling Albion. Now, if you guys remember the Dream 11 I showed you guys, for the league, the prediction of the best 11, it was everybody besides 2 of them were our players, and 1 of them is actually on the other team, and it is, who is it? I think it's Bikey. Yeah, Dylan Bikey, the French international. He's a pacey winger, so I was actually scouting him to see if we could do anything about him, but I ended up going a different route. But so far, so bad. We are not having any highlights. I am playing on key highlights. In my personal saves, I play on extended highlights, but usually those games can run about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on it. And I would really like to play 2 games an episode on YouTube so we can watch the games together, as the community. So I'm hoping key highlights is a good balance of, like 5-6 minutes a game. Hopefully it's not too slow. But, let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to change anything or how you like to watch FM content like this. But so far, we've got 2 highlights back-to-back in the box, not creating anything. And here goes Bikey for Albion. He's passing it off to Mitchell, who's got numbers in the box, but he can't get the cross in. A good block right there by Grant, who gets it up to Robson. And now hopefully we can start a counterattack, get it up to Jai. Apparently Jai Quintongo picked up a knock, but he's looking like he's still got some pretty good fitness down here, so hopefully we're good. McHugh open in the box. Oh, and he tries to chip the keeper. Oh, that would have been a great way to open our account on the season. McHugh really, I'm liking the cheek of him just to try that little chip shot, but nothing happening. We got a corner right here. Robson, a really nice ball whipped in, but nothing happening. And Bikey again on the counterattack. No one's stopping him. He is pacey, like I said, but luckily not the best finisher. That was pretty ugly. So far, a pretty even match. As you see, 5 shots to 5 shots. The expected goals is pretty similar, about 0.6 to 0.8. And here we go again. The long throw in. McHugh, oh, Grant puts it over his head, but it's an offsides goal. Let's watch this again. Now, you guys are going to get used to this, but my long throws, I love just chucking them in. Grant just tips it right in over his head, but it looked like an own goal that bounced off of one of our players or something like that. But anyway, offsides as we go into the half, 0-0. And boys, let me tell you, I'm far from pleased with what I'm seeing from this team. It's not bad enough that I have to start throwing water bottles at these guys. I don't want to do that in our very first game. But I mean, come on, we're projected to go up with nothing, no problems. We should just be running this league. So hopefully we can turn it around here in the second half and pour in some goals. Like I showed you guys, we had a great preseason. Another good long throw. Jai Quintongo finds it in the box and slots it home, bottom left. I'm telling you guys, Jai Quintongo is going to be a star player for us this year. I really am looking forward to trying to get him back. Robson tips it over off the top of his head, and Jai just finds it with no one guarding him in the box. So there we go, boys. The first goal of the year is a throw-in set-piece specialist. I'm a throw-in merchant. I'm not going to lie. This is what we do. We take easy goals. 66th minute coming up. I think it's time we start making some subs. Robson's had a good game. He's getting a little tired. We had a lot of people out here a little tired from that long preseason. Then we had the Leagues Cup. All that stuff. The bad news is we have no backup midfielders on the bench. I might be looking in to try to bring in someone else, but the window closed, so it would have to be a free transfer. And also, we're pretty tight on the money situation now after all the signings I've made. So we're going to go ahead and take Darren Lyon off at fullback. We're going to put in Mike Doyle just to replace him and get some fresh legs in there. I think I'm going to take McHugh off and put in Big Bainham up top at striker. He had a very good preseason. I think he had one game where he had a hat trick or maybe even 4 goals. He's just such a unit down in these low leagues. It's going to be hard to stop him. All right, 75th minute coming up. Let's make our last substitution. We're going to get Carroll out of here. He's on a yellow card. He's quite tired, and we're just going to slap in Ross McLean, who cannot play ball winning pretty much at all. So we're going to switch these roles. We're going to move him to box, and then we're going to drop McGlinchey down to ball winning. Now, I'm not going to be too thrilled with a 1-0 dub. Oh, no, I might have spoke too soon. Mitchell plays in a great dead ball, but nothing happening. McGlinchey, and we just hoof it forward. I don't know what that was on about, but hey, I was going to say I won't be too thrilled with a 1-0 draw or a 1-0 victory. I just really want to bash these teams, especially to start off the year. Jesus. Oh, this is a goal. This is a goal sequence. 100%. Okay, the Captain Grant gets us out of here. Now Longbridge on the counterattack. Again, we're just giving up these balls. We have perfect counterattacks, but nothing coming from it. O'Malley starting it off in the 82nd. Let's see if we can get one more, boys. Lewis Longbridge, who had a great preseason, another guy. He looked like he had Jai open on a... Okay, here goes. Big Bainham. Boom. Will Bainham doubles the lead. We are 2-0 up late against Sterling Albion, and I like it. I like it a lot, boys. Lewis Longbridge finds a great ball, just a deadly through ball right there to Will Bainham. And look at that. Just a cool finish. Just what you want to see from the striker that you're pulling in off the bench. I think he has a good chance to steal the starting job from McHugh, especially because he's just a big target man. He's got the strength and the heading, but he also has very, very good finishing. And Jai Quintongo with a great through ball over the other side of the box to Lewis Longbridge. Look at this, boys. 3-0 out of nowhere. We get 2 goals in the last couple minutes. Hakeem over the top, a really good ball by him. Jai Quintongo just dribbles it to the baseline and then slots it right across to Lewis Longbridge. So there we go. 3-0, and the tables have turned in the second half. That's what I like to see, and I want to see a lot of that this season. They got a chance to bring one back. Nothing happening. McLean over to Longridge. It's going to be hard to not call him Longbridge. That's just such a cooler name than Longridge. But anyway, I think this is probably the last highlight of the game as McClinchy makes a tackle, and now Robson is just wasting time, giving it back to the alley cat, and then he's got a nice distribution on him as our goalie. But Longbridge looking for more, dribbling up the right side. Is he gonna take it himself? He does. Hits the woodwork, and nothing happening. That's full time, boys. We're starting off great. A 3-0 victory. Look at these match ratings. Everybody put in a shift. Captain Grant with an 8 match rating on that back line, holding it down for us. O'Malley on his debut with a 7-1. Hakeem in his league debut, a 7-1. Lewis Longbridge with a goal and an assist, a 7-8. Robson playing technically out of position up at left mid. He's got a 7-2. And then our strikers up here. Quintongo had a great game. Bainham off the bench had a big impact. So I'm liking what I'm seeing, boys. A good win. Well done. And now I'm probably going to jump cut, and we're going to go over to the second match of the day, which is against, hopefully we smash Albion Rovers. They're supposed to be bottom dwellers, so let's jump right into that, and hopefully we pour on the goals, boys. I'll see you guys over there at home. Make sure you bring your ticket stubs. I'll sign it. I'll get Captain Grant to sign it too. I'll see you guys over there. Alright, boys, we are back. Game 2 of the episode, final game of the episode, and as you can see, we are at home in the gigantic stadium with no one in the crowd. I'm almost excited to move to the small stadium next year just so we can hopefully fill it up. 15 minutes into this game, no highlights so far. We did make 2 changes in the starting 11. We got Kilday slotting in at right back, coming in off his injury, and then Jai Quintongo, as you saw in the last episode, or the last video, the last game, what am I saying? He did pick up a knock. He twisted his knee, so he wasn't fully match fit, so we went ahead and started Big Will Bainham up top at striker. So let's see what we could do as the first highlight of the game is finally starting. And there's Bainham. Speaking of him, gives it out to Longbridge, but it gets intercepted, and then we get it right back. Also, I started Lyon. He was playing right back last game. His natural position is midfield, so he's back up in midfield since Kilday is now healthy, and he's back in right back. So hopefully this lineup is still solid as we try to go over the top to Bainham, who doesn't have the pace, and Aiken. Oh, brother. That was a great chance by Albion, but nothing happening. Thankfully, we got the safe hands of O'Malley, the alley cat, back in net. And the last highlight before halftime, oh, boys, if we go into this locker room 0-0, I'm not going to be happy. McGlinchey, you want to start? Okay, Robson over the top, whips it into McHugh, and Bob McHugh, cool finish right in the middle of the net. That was a really good ball by Robson, just really dangerous. And again, we get a McClinchy who has plenty of space to find Robson. Robson takes one touch and then just whips it in. And McHugh with a nice volley. Keeper can't do anything about it. So there we go. 1-0 again into the locker room. And we are going to have to make a sub at halftime, which I don't like doing. But, you know, It has to happen. Kilday looks like he's not going to be able to play this full game out, so we're going to sub in... I want to say Doyle, because he's... Oh, brother, I was mistaken. I was about to say he's better going forward, but he is not. Kenise Carroll does have 11 crossings, so we're going to go ahead and pop him in. And then let's start the second half, boys. Let's hopefully get some more goals, just like last game when we had a much better second half. And we're starting off with a highlight off the back. McClinchy whips it over to Longridge, who finds a great ball. And Bainham, okay, never mind. I was about to say, Bainham looks like he squandered a chance, but he just said, I don't want an assist from Longridge. He's got enough. So let's watch this again. Longridge whips in a great ball, and Bainham just runs past it. And then Robson whips in another great ball, which then Bainham finishes with his head. So Robson's got 2 assists already in the game, and we're looking good, boys. This is what I like to see. If we can start the season off with 2 dominant wins, I'll be feeling great. I don't know what that defense was. A throw-in set-piece goal, and Albion gets one back, and now I'm not feeling just as great as I was. As Moore throws it in, Linus whips in a really good ball to Baker, and for some reason, who is this? Kenise Carroll, the guy we just subbed in, just standing behind the big striker instead of getting his body in front of him. So not what I like to see. And again, the highlight to Albion as they try to go over the top. Morrison luckily gets his head on it, but they still have the ball and they're still looking to put on a threat. Moore gives it back to the fullback Linus, who goes over the top to Aitken, and they have a great chance. Luckily, O'Malley stops it, and Captain Grant, Captain Grant luckily clears it away. Now they have another set piece. They go for it again. O'Malley, with the safe hands, grabs it and pulls it in. Boys, please get them out of our final third. What's happening? Another throw-in? Whew, Albion has us up against the ropes right now, and this is not what I like to see, boys. This is not going well. Lewis Longridge is apparently not having a great game, but I'm not subbing him off. Both our strikers have a goal, but I really think we need to bring on Jai Quintongo just to get some pace out in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and change this up. We're going to drop McHugh back to a pressing forward, and we're going to bring on Quintongo just to get in some pace because these Albion boys are giving us fits, and I am terrified. Ooh, as we almost get another goal. But I'm terrified that Albion's going to score again. Our defense looks shaken back there, and they're playing dangerous set pieces. They look like they're playing for set pieces, which is probably smart playing against us, who is a much better side on paper. Now, Robson looks like he might pass out in the middle of the game if we don't take him out. I don't really have a great sub for him, but I'm going to switch Longridge over to the left, and we're going to pop Ross McLean over on the right midfield to hopefully close this game out with not a great win, but hey, man, a win's a win on paper. I mean, 3 points, that's all you're coming in for. 3 points is 3 points. Jai Quintongo with a great touch, an athletic touch, but he can't get around it. Are you telling me that was a shot? It looked like it bounced off a defender, but hey, man, whatever. So hopefully just a couple more minutes and we can get away with a dastardly win. Another good long throw in, nothing happening. Longridge picks it up, gives it over to McGlinchey, who finds Carroll, who tries a shot that would have been surely goal of the month. Top bin rocket, but it just hits the woodwork. Nothing coming from it. A throw in this time over from the other side by Kenise Carroll. Lots of loft under it. Nobody to get their head on it. And now Goodfellow tries to start a counterattack. Looks like we should be okay. Hopefully we just don't waste possession. Jai Quintongo with a pretty good bounce over the top that almost found McHugh, but nothing happening. Longridge finds Quintongo, who perfect volleys it. Oh, boys, I'm telling you. Jai Quintongo, I might have to order the kit. I might have to get it. But look at this. Goodfellow tries to start another counterattack, intercepted by Morris, and Lewis Longridge right over the top to Jai, who lets it take a hop and just a beautiful volley to get us a 3-1 lead, a much better overall win. Still, it'd be nice to keep them scoreless, but I'm not going to complain too much, boys. This is early days. This is early days of Layup Boy JK implementing the Jilly Rizzo system. I know it might be confusing that my name's Layup Boy JK on the YouTube channel. My manager's name's Jilly Rizzo, but I mean, come on. It's Jilly Rizzo. That's such a saucy name for the manager. But anyway, The 2 games we've played on the episode to start the season, we are sitting nicely with 6 points, and I think it looks like we are tied at the top of the table with Strandier. So, lots of teams actually picked up 6 points to start it off, and they had a better goal differential. So anyway, boys, a good run to start the season off. Jai Quintongo looks like he is going to have a fire season, and don't forget that our best striker on paper, Simon Murray, is injured, and he's only got about 2 more weeks until he's back to full fitness. So we're going to be adding in him to the fire, and next episode you should be seeing him. It looks like next episode we're probably going to do this. We're going to play the last group game against Clyde, who, if you guys remember, is a rival, and they're in a division above us. So we're going to play against Clyde, and then the second game of that video will be against Brechin City in the league. So when you guys come back, we'll be a couple games deeper, not too far, and then probably episode 4 will probably jump around to December or January, just so the season picks up and goes smoothly. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any episodes of this Road to Glory, because it is going to be spicy, muy caliente. It's going to be great, boys. But anyway, boys, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for episode number 3. Layup Boy JK is out of here.
I got bands like it's Woodstock. Drop the roof, boy, it's getting hot. Steady stacking on my guap. Layup boys, heading to the